Hey Cavaliers, I'm Brooke Winora and I'm going to be your virtual tour guide today. Right now is where all the prospective students and families would be. They'll be waiting outside and they're going to enter through these doors, so let's get started. Okay, so all the prospective students are going to come through these doors and they're going to see Miss Jarrett. And this is where we'll be in the faculty lounge, and we're going to come out and we'll meet our prospective family. We'll greet them, we'll give them a goodie bag and everything, shake their hand, introduce yourself, smile. Make sure you're dressed nice. Make sure you're wearing a De La Salle white uniform shirt. Seniors do not wear senior shirts. You can wear a sweater to the open house. Also make sure that your shoes look nice, are polished, are tied, and everything like that. Girls, make sure your hair is nice. Wear light, natural makeup, everything natural looking. And boys, make sure you're clean shaved and your hair is nice and everything like that. But let's get started. So after you meet your family, you're going to walk down the administration hallway and get to know your family right now. Like, ask them, like, what do they like to do, what their interests are, what are they looking for in our school. When you come down this hallway, make sure you tell them that this is the finance office. This is where you'll go for all your admissions needs. And then we have the principal's office. Tell them about our principal and everything. Hi, Dr. Sagers. And you keep on walking. This is where our president's office is. Make sure you tell them who our president is and who they can contact if they need to talk to our president. So we're going to go through these white doors right here. And we're going to bypass the band hall, but make sure you tell them that this is the band hall and tell them all about our band. Go through these doors. We're going to bypass this room, go up the stairs. Make sure you're always on the right side of the stairs. Okay. We're not going to go into these classrooms, but we will tell them about the wrestling room. And if you have a family that's interested in wrestling, the doors to the wrestling room should be open so you can go in and show them. But it's just going to be like a walkthrough, so you want to get in, get out, just tell them about it. And then we'll go through these double maroon doors into the science wing. We're going to pass the Spanish room. We're going to enter through the first biology room, walk through biology, and then you're going to exit out the second biology door, which is over here. And like I said, this is just a walkthrough. There's going to be no presentation. There'll be kids in there doing experiments and stuff like that, but it's just a walkthrough. Then you're going to enter the first door to the chemistry lab. Again, it's just a walkthrough. There'll be experiments going on, and you're going to exit at the second chemistry door. We're not going to go into the physics lab. We're going to pass that up. Next is our first presentation, which is Mr. Gilliard's presentation on classrooms of the future. We're going to enter room 23. You might have to wait a little while. There might be a presentation going on in there, but just wait, be patient, get to know your family, talk to them. Make sure they're not bored ever. You're going to keep it going even when there's a stop. So you go in there, he's going to talk for a little while, come out the same door, and walk this way. Also, if you're waiting outside this door, make sure you wait for everybody who's already in the classroom to exit, then you enter. So walk down. We're going to go down to the first floor again. So always make sure you're walking to your right. No one should be going up the stairs, but in case someone is going up the stairs, you want to make sure that there's no traffic at all. Exit through the double maroon doors. We're going to bypass the Dean of Students office, and we're going to walk down the first floor. We're going to go into the classrooms of the future that Mr. Gilliard just talked about. Talk to them about the classrooms that are around you while you're waiting. talk about fine arts, and that's a really cool class, and make sure you go into that. You can go into about theater and stuff like that. All right, the first classroom of the future is our critical thinking studio. So you're going to walk in, make sure that if someone's coming out, you wait for them, let them come out. You're going to basically just walk through. There should be the chess students playing chess or something. There's something going to be going on. Just walk around. If someone is interested in chess and stuff like that, make sure you introduce them to Mr. Pearson and stuff like that. So walk through, explain to them about how they have a tournament going on every morning, and the winners of the tournament play each other. Talk about how there's a camera up there and it goes to the TV, and how we can play chess with students from all around the world. Also, talk about how we think that that chess is connected to building your mind for more subjects. Next, we're going to go to the creativity studio. So we're going to walk out to this door. Oh, there's a class in here.
It's not what we want. Okay. No, I did it. I'm sorry.
So we're going to...
Well, it doesn't matter who.
Okay. So we're going to walk into the creativity studio in a U shape. Make sure you talk about the printer and the 3D printer. There should be models made for the 3D printer. Make sure your family touches it, gets to see how it is. Students should be in there making 3D models and just show them how it works. Talk about how you use it in your everyday classroom setting. The third classroom of the future we're going to go into is the communications room, which is locked. So someone should be in there. You're going to go around in a circle again. Talk about how we use it for the newscast, and if you're in capstone or anything like that, how you have used it. Make it very personal. Describe how your classrooms use these classrooms every day. So keep on going. We're going to walk through the double maroon doors again. And we're going to go up the staircase. So we're going to go to our fourth classroom of the future, which will be the collaboration room. So come up the stairs. We're not going to walk down the second floor ever, so that's why we go around. So in our fourth classroom of the future, we're going to walk around again, explain how you use this. Also in school, how you have like group projects, and we don't use technology in this room. There will be Miss Rogers in here, and she'll be answering any questions. So walk out. Exit through the same door you came out of. Next, we're going to go to the theater for Dr. Sager's presentation. So you're going to bypass the library. This will also have a possible wait you might get here, and there's going to be a presentation going on. Just wait. Again, get to know your family. Just get really personal. So yeah, this will be a waiting area. Once you're done waiting and it's ready to go in, walk through these doors. Okay, and now Dr. Sagers will have a presentation. Sit with your family. Do not go sit by your friends. Don't leave your family. Of course, we want families to sit as close as they can, so if there's not room for you to sit, please move to the back and wait, but don't just leave your family. So after Dr. Sager's presentation, we're going to walk through these doors. We're going to go down the staircase into the library. make sure when you're entering this library, you're walking on the right side because there's people entering and exiting. So make sure when you're in a tour guide, make sure you're always going on your right side. Okay, so we're gonna walk through the right door, always. We're gonna come into the library. There should be an academics Q&A going on. So you let your families walk around and ask the questions. Stay with your family. When they're done, you're gonna exit out the right door again on this side. So make sure you're exiting the right door because there's going to be people coming in and out. We're going to go down this staircase. And we're going to pass up the cafeteria. We're going to head into the athletic portion of this open house. So make sure right now you're asking the questions like, what sports do you like? So when we run into a coach, you can introduce them to the coach. So we're going to walk on the right side of this walkway because there's going to be people coming on both sides and we don't want any clutter. The first place you'll take your family is to the baseball facility. So walk this way. So we're going to walk into the baseball facility. There's no presentation going on. It's just a walkthrough. One coach will be in there from either baseball or softball. If your prospective student wants to know about a sport, make sure you talk to the coach that's in there. There should be a few players that are going to be using the baseball facility just to show off what we can do and stuff, and just tell them about how we use it. All right, now we're going to walk out this door. Make sure you came out of the right doors. We're going to walk to the athletic hallway. So, again, make sure you're walking in the right doors. Okay, so we're going to walk to the weight room. It's going to be our first stop. Weight room should be open. So you're going to walk through these doors. There should be some coaches, and they're going to direct you where to go, so don't worry about that. So you're going to walk through these doors. Coach Manali is going to speak, and then you're going to exit out the other weight room doors on this side. After that, we will have a presentation in the boys' football locker room. You're going to walk into the boys' football locker room. Make sure you tell your families that the interlocking DLS in the middle of the locker room is something that we don't touch, we don't walk on. Just warn them before then. After you're done with the football locker room, you're going to walk into the boys' basketball locker room, and you're going to exit and enter at the same doors. Exit, enter at the same doors. Then you're going to walk out again, staying on the right side of the hallway, even though there will be people walking around. So you might have to walk around some people, but just make it as clean as possible. All right, the next place you're going to go to is the girls' locker room. So even if you have a boy with you, you're still going to take him through. And just like with the boys' football locker room, if you have a girl with you, you're still going to take them through. So obviously this place will be clean, but you're going to walk through the PE locker room for the girls. Next, you're going to walk into the girls' varsity locker room, which is for volleyball, basketball, and softball. Obviously this will be clean as well. So you're going to walk in here, and then you're going to walk right out. Through this door. And we're going to go up to the gym. Okay, so through this door, and there's going to be tables set up for each team. So you're going to walk in a U shape. Varsity volleyball will be practicing. Varsity basketball will be practicing. Wrestling, and I think soccer also does something during open house. So if you have a family who's interested in a sport, make sure you stop at that table and talk to the coach. So you're just going to keep walking in a U shape around. So basically you go into the sports and like your connections with the sports, what sports you like, talk about the student section at the football games and stuff like that. So like I said, in a U shape. And we're going to exit through the maroon doors over here. So you're going to end kind of where you started, just on the opposite side. Walk down the staircase. Through the maroon doors. And you're going to exit at the clear glass doors. Now we're starting to get to the end of our presentation. So you walk around here. And we're going to make our way to the cafeteria. We're going to drop your family off in the cafeteria. There will be booths for clubs and organizations there. So we're going to get there right now. Let's keep on going. So you're going to walk towards the cafeteria. You're going to pass up these maroon doors. We're not going to enter through there. And make sure you're staying on the right side because there's people coming from to the gym and to the cafeteria. So make sure you don't cross paths. We're going to pass up these cafeteria doors right here. We're going to enter the cafeteria through the glass doors. Yes, make sure you don't cross paths with people exiting from the cafeteria. We'll walk through here. And you're going to take them into the cafeteria through the glass doors, always entering on the right side. All right, so now we're going to enter through the cafeteria. There will be clubs and organizations having up booths, so let your family go wherever they feel like they need to go to see. There will be Roma Guerra taking pictures. They'll be doing a photo booth or ID cards and stuff like that. Ask your family to fill out their evaluation cards, tell them to write good things about you and about your school and stuff like that, and to turn those in. There will be Piccadillys out for samples. This is just for your family. Encourage your family to go try the Piccadilly and stuff, but this is not for you. You will be fed before and you'll be fed after open house, so do not eat. After you're done with your family, say your goodbyes and for coming, and then you're going to exit and go back and report to Miss Jarrett by the faculty lounge again. So this is the end of your tour, and thank you.